Phelan has been accompanying the Syrian Army into various liberated parts of the city where her crew filmed abandoned chemicals inside a local school. Here's her report.
This is the Masakan Hanano area, one of the many neighborhoods recently retaken by pro-government forces. The government is inviting civilians to return to this neighborhood, but much of it's still not safe. Now we're being taken by the man responsible for clearing areas retaken by the Syrian army from unused bombs, mines, and other dangers to see the extremely dangerous work that his men do so that these neighborhoods can be safe again for civilians to return to their homes. Engineers are heroes. Death is our toy. The slogan from these sappers training college is a fitting one. Their boss, Lieutenant Colonel Ala Mehrez, tells us that in Aleppo province, he's down to just 16 combat engineers from 200 before the war came here over 4 years ago. So far, they've cleared 50% of this area, where even the elementary schools, like this one, were turned into headquarters for the rebels. Here, the engineer is telling us this is used to detonate explosives. There's something used for satellite communications there. On the floor, there's a suicide belt left over. And this is all in a room of a school, but clearly being used as a base by opposition fighters. And then here in the yard of this former school, everywhere littered are unused gas cylinders, mortars, that the engineers here have been marking so that they can be removed and this area can become safe again.
If they were true revolutionaries, they would not have chosen to use this children's building for these purposes.
We go next door to what also used to be a school. Now it's littered with abandoned tools of war. Another school here, as you can see from the book. But in here is a bomb-making factory. Here it said, oh wow, generates the highly effective poison phosphine gas. This is aluminium phosphide. And so there's 2 buckets full of these sachets with this extremely toxic chemical. According to conflict armament research, phosphine gas was used by ISIS last year as a chemical weapon against Kurdish forces in northern Syria. Here, bags are filled with the fuses that they will put in those gas cylinders that we're seeing used everywhere before they're fired onto civilian areas in government-held territory and positions of government forces. As more of East Aleppo falls back under government control, Lieutenant Colonel Allah and his already stretched team will be working around the clock. But he's unfazed by the task ahead.
I like this job.